Hi, my name is Ray Whitby and I'm the host of this channel. If you're new here, welcome. If not, then welcome back. In this video, I'm wood turning something I ended up hating. Everything about the approach I thought was going to result in a beautiful creation that would be captivating to see in the final project, but in the end, came to a decision that I really do not like this at all, and I want to cast it into the flames. So with a decision to make, let me know what you think I should do with this project. As ever, I'm working through a pile of leftover oak and utility wood. I'm cutting them with different heights, and then using each slice to glue in alternating size and colour sequence, and this is to give a pseudo-doppler effect. Once dried, the block was cut across the pattern in the different sizes used to generate that block. They're squared and sanded flat, though with the burn-in look it looks like I do need to change the sanding belt. A central aperture is cut into all but the last slice, as I wanted to rotate the pattern around a central column. Now I think it was because I saw this in a thumbnail for a YouTube video. I thought that the twisting effect could make it more dramatic, and rotating each slice so that across the whole length it would twist by 180 degrees. When the central column was dried, each layer is then stacked and rotated. And in the pre-turned form, the pattern looked interesting, to see that staircase-like effect incorporating a twisted Doppler pattern. It may seem that I rarely produce a video of just wood turning without any resin or flashing lights, and you'd be right. I mean, I really like wood and light, so naturally I'm going to include these two elements. But I do find trying to just turn wood to be quite challenging to come up with something original. The twisted form is turned into a cylinder, and then it's to decide what final shape it should be. Sometimes this can be a little bit of a hit and miss, but I think with a vase shape you can rarely go wrong. After all, throw in some dried flowers and boom, everyone's happy. Alas, some of the oak had ripped out on turning. Therefore, it required extensive sanding to get that surface back to uniform. The external surface was sealed, sanded, and then hit with Yorkshire grit. It was then mounted onto a steady rest for hollowing. You won't realise it, but this piece stayed at this stage for well over a month. I didn't want to finish it because I just didn't like the look of it. It may be due to life's pressures I find myself lacking time. Plus, to be honest, YouTube's algorithm favours a select number of individuals on the platform, which has tempered my enthusiasm somewhat. But a couple of my long-term supporters have reached out. In particular, Summer Storm and Tina Tortoise have rekindled some energy. So you may be surprised at how effective your comments can be, especially if they're positive. Once the widest aperture was cut in, the insides were then turned to get a uniform thickness. The tool marks were removed with sanding, the inner surface sealed, sanded a little bit more, and then treated with Yorkshire grit. The piece is reverse mounted and the tenon removed. The base is sanded, sealed, and the whole thing finally is complete. Obviously at this stage it's too late to make any changes to the pattern, but to me the central idea of a twisted Doppler effect has failed to make an impact. It could be that if I used strongly contrasting coloured woods, it may have had a more visual impact, but also maybe a 180-degree twist was too much for the eye to follow, so perhaps 90 degrees would have been better. And this is where I'm now tempted to cut this piece into its separate rings and re-glue them to see if a pattern emerges in a far stronger way. So it's over to you. What do you think I should do? Type in the comments below, either leave or cut, and I'll go with the majority opinion. Oh, and by the way, burn is not an option. Well, thank you so much for watching. Please click on like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Hopefully, I'll catch you next time. Take care.